All right, we are live. We are live. I was going to go live earlier. Right as I'm setting up my stream, I'm getting my stream ready. I'm typing away on my stream title. I'm getting my thumbnail ready. Breaking news, UFC 300. Smacked me right across the face. So I said, you know what? I got to go record this video right quick. And I did. So I pumped out 2 videos today. We've hit 14,000 subscribers, by the way. Matter of fact, let me put that in the title. Let me put that in the title, boys. 14K subs. I'll throw that in the title as well. But yeah, I was getting that ready. I've basically been sitting in my office since about maybe 5 p.m., 6 p.m. with like an hour break somewhere in there. But yeah. Hey, we hit 14K, boys. Heading to 15K. We've gained, I think, roughly 700 or 800 subs in the last week or so. So the subscribers are only safe because I allow them to be safe. But yeah, I'm just pushing towards 50. I don't give a fuck about 14. I'm not stopping at 14. I'm just pushing to 15, then 20, then 25, then 50. 50 is my real goal. Like, I will not feel immensely satisfied until I hit 50. Like, it was basically 1,000, 10,000, and then 50 for me. I know that's crazy far away, but that's the one that I'm going to be like, damn, 50 is crazy. I know that's way, I mean, that's that. That is 36,000 away, but we'll get there. We'll get there next year, maybe, or early 2025. I'm calling now Joey from Nate Diaz Instagram post, Chandler on Steve podcast, Dana's super fight comments, and McGregor tune-up fight comments. UFC 300 main event is McGregor Diaz trilogy. What did Nate say on Instagram? Fill me in, Patty. Fill me in on Discord. Maybe I'll make a video. I've already made a video. I predicted McGregor versus Diaz for a while now. So, but thank you for the updated info. I know you posted the the Chandler Steve-O thing. But what was the Nate Diaz Instagram post? Fill me in. Maybe that'll be a video tomorrow. He didn't say when was that? When was that, Patty? When was that? But yeah, I've doubled down on my 300 prediction. Is it on there right now? Let me take a look. Or was that a while ago, like on a story or something? Let me see. I don't see it. Oh, we just said it's time. It's a post, I say. Completely disagree. Diaz McGregor would headline 300. That fight is as stale as a bag of chips. Open 2 months ago. That's the one I've been guessing for. That's the one I've guessed over the last month and a half. Maybe I'll make another video, even though that technically I think I just kind of did. When was that video? When was that? It doesn't feel like that long ago. It was 13 days ago. But maybe I'll kind of put all the breadcrumbs together and guess that. King Daniels, thank you for the 199. 14K, favorite fight announcements made today. Favorite fight announcement is Yuri Rockage, but I don't like it for Rockage right now. I don't like it for Rockage right now. I mean, I don't like it for Yuri right now. I think Rockage is a bad matchup for Yuri coming off a loss. All right, let me go back. Sorry. Thank you for the 199, King Daniels. All right, where was I at? Colby's delusional. Joey sounds late about right. What's up, homework? Congrats on 14K, but never forget you're only safe because I allow you to be safe. Thank you for allowing me to be safe. So what were your thoughts on Diego Lopez's last fight? He's a savage. Can't wait to see him fight someone in the top 15. I'm calling it right now. I already read that. What's up, Joey? I like your UFC. I like your fight announcement vid. I can't wait to go to 298. Yeah, dude, you got Gary versus Neil now. You got Gary versus Neil now, my friend. That's a straight up heater. UFC 300 video, believe it or not, boys, is trending way better than any other video I've done in the last week. And all my videos have hit like a second stride. So it's trending above all the Dana White and Colby videos I did. It's trending above my UFC 296 post-fight for the main event. It's trending above What Did I Learn? Now, that doesn't always mean something, but it's got 1,300 views in the first 40 minutes, which means a lot. So, yeah. Anyhow, let me go back to the chat. Sorry about that, boys. I was just checking that out. Congrats on 14K. Congrats, Joey. Well deserved. Thank you. It's not a milestone number, but it's still pretty cool to hit that 14K hump. But it is stale, Fight Life. It is stale. I don't want that to be the 300 main event. I have to double down on my comments that McGregor Chandler's never happening. I just truly believe McGregor Chandler's never happening. I mean, how long have I said? Somebody respond in the chat. Somebody who's been watching the channel. How long have I been saying that McGregor Chandler isn't going to happen? How long have I been saying that, boys? I've been saying it when I was taking a lot of shit for it, too. People were like, Joe, you're stupid. So, I got people telling me that I was stupid when I initially said that. Since it was announced, since tough, since January, early February. Exactly. And people were like, Joe, you don't know what you're talking about. They announced it. They always, if they're going to fight, if they're going to be on tough, they're definitely going to fight. I don't think it's happening, boys. I think there's a small percent chance, but, and I've gone a little bit back and forth and say, okay, maybe it's actually going to happen. I still don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening. But you also said McGregor would never do tough and also pin it in the cord. He didn't do tough. He didn't do it, JJ Smoke. Every person who was a part of tough said that he never showed up. So I stand by that he wasn't going to do tough. But that is true. Thank you for pointing that out. Bet your life savings on nickel. Yeah, if you bet your life savings on nickel, even if you got a lot in your savings, you're only going to win a nickel. So show us your 14K clock. I'd be shocked if Leon versus Conor's the main event. Who doesn't think Leon doesn't deserve this fight? Oh my God. Imagine Leon defending his welterweight title against Conor. Joe, your vids about Colby have been heaters. Make more if you can. Yeah, I'm only making it if it requires it. And the shit he said about Leon's dad required it, even though I'm playing right into Colby's hands. I was waiting on this stream. What's up, Marcellus? Just finished watching new vid. I'm definitely underwhelmed, but I think Bo Nickel is a fight on the prelims. Maybe Sterling and Yuri on the main card. I don't care about Sterling Cater at all, boys. I don't care about Sterling Cater at all. I just really don't. Colby wins the rematch. Believe it or not, I think it's possible. I rewatched the fight and I had a new enlightening on it. New viewer here, good content. Thank you. Thank you, Kupo J. Thank you. I appreciate you. I just watched your video dropped and you said Khalil would be a layup for Yuri right now. I don't think it'd be a layup. I think it'd be a better matchup than Rockage. You haven't watched Rockage in a while. You've forgotten about Rockage. Rockage is super well-rounded and massive for the weight class. You've been saying that for literal months? Yeah. Basically a year now. What's up, bro? Just started watching your latest video. Make sure you watch my UFC 300 video when I end stream. If you're up to it. Because it's straight going off. I might be the only one with a UFC 300 video out right now. Does anybody know if anyone else put out a video? Like any of the usual suspects? Because I've already got 1,500 views on it. And it's been out for 50 minutes now. Not even 50, 49 minutes. So we might end up at 15K yet. With the recent additions, is 298 now a better card than 299? It may be. I would have to look at them side by side, but they're both very, very good. Joey, should people lower their expectations for 300? Yes, they should. They should. Joey's a real-time genius. Thank you. Nate Diaz posted his time, and people think it's going to be Diaz Conor 3. That's what I've been saying, bro. I'm not interested in Conor Diaz 3 either, but it's an easy win for Conor. Cool that you hit 14K. You think you can get close to 15 before? It depends. I'm going to try my damnedest too. Let me put it that way. I've gained, I want to say 100 subs since last night. I don't know. I'm already at 14,018 right now. I just looked. I'm at 14,018. And I want to say earlier tonight, I was at like 940 or something. So in the last few hours, I probably gained like 70, 80 subs. I'm still convinced Conor doesn't come back. I think Conor does come back. Joey, how awkward would it be if Jamal Hill had an interview with a reporter and they ended it like, I'll never cheat you out of $300. Thank you for allowing me to be safe. That'd be funny, but it'd be awkward. Crazy because I'm picking Sterling. I never want to see Aljo fight again, me either. They're throwing Aljo in the prelims for sure. Yeah, that's if they even let him in the arena. Why is the octagon mat always extra slippery during all Colby Covington's fights? Is the UFC trying to help wrestlers? Now, I think it's because the political bias against Trump. I think all these fights that are announced for UFC are 300 or prelims. I wish he would have explicitly said that. Just bought tickets for $298. Nobody better pull out. Did you buy it after Gary and Neil were at it, or was that a pleasant surprise? Now, you was like literally the first video about it. Thank you. Dana banned all religious talk after Yo Romero post-fight speech, so why doesn't he ban Covington trash talk? I don't know, dude. I don't know that he did. They have a code of conduct policy. They just are very subjective about when they... Dude said, I'll make $37K. Stop. Joe, what are your announcements? Colby should have won. Got Lamau guys on meth. Yeah, Colby should have definitely won. They did Aljo dirty. I'm rooting for him. Dude, he's going to lose. Joe, you were 30 minutes ahead of Mac Life posting. What do you mean posting 300? They post YouTube content, like original content? Or they post Dana. I bet you they post Dana. 40 minutes ago. 52. Yeah, I beat him by 12 minutes, and I recorded a whole video. Giving my thoughts on it. Yeah, as soon as the news was announced, I chilled for like 5 minutes because I was already in my office, and I was like, let me go chill. I've been sitting in this chair for too long. And then, boom, I came right back in. I hit record, and I banged it out. I haven't watched 300 vid yet, but I liked it. Thank you. Watch it. The biggest thing you guys can do to help my channel grow is watch videos from the beginning to the end of the video. Viewer retention time is the #1 thing that helps a channel grow. And right now, the UFC 300 video may be my biggest video if it keeps trending in the direction that it's trending in. It's got 300 more views than both of my Colby videos at the same point in time, 52 minutes in. It's got 400 more views than my UFC 296 post-fight, but that doesn't always mean that it's going to keep trending in that direction. But right now, I think it's because it's one of the few videos out. It's trending in that direction. So, and I'm going to keep just this next week or so, I'm going to try my damnedest to get to 15. I still got to make my Leon Edwards video. I made my UFC 299 video, which ended up being fucked up, basically. I bet you hit 15K in 2 weeks. We've definitely hit another tier in the algorithm. Immediately after I saw the announcements, I bought it. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Funny how UFC posted Bo Nickel, Brundage, and Yuri Rockage with 300 graphics, but didn't post anything about Sterling. Dude, they hate Sterling. As long as Cater doesn't come back as a dead body, he kills Aljo. Agree. Joey, are you doing a giveaway for Christmas? Yeah, I'm giving away free content. If you click on my channel, you can watch any of my videos from the beginning to end for free. All that I'm asking is that you like and subscribe to the channel. So you're getting hours of free content for no charge. Think about that. All these videos I give you technically they're free for you. They're free. They don't cost you no money. Joe, you're posting faster than MMA Media. What does that mean? That means I'm just up. Hey, man, that $5,000 computer I got sitting right here is coming in handy because before, when I would take longer to post videos, I could get them recorded really fast. Like, all I do when I hear news, I think about it for like 2 minutes, depending on where I'm at. If I'm not home, then I think about it on the way home. I think about it for 2 minutes, and then I just fucking record it. And this computer renders out a video in 10 seconds. Unless it's 4K, then it's like 2 minutes. Before, it used to be like, depending on the length of the video, like let's say it's a 20-minute video, my old computer would take 20 minutes. If it was a 20-minute 4K video, my computer would take like an hour and 20 minutes. Now it's literally faster than I can type the description and title, faster than I can make a thumbnail. The video is done with this computer. This computer has probably saved me, I would say, a full month in time that I would have sat here waiting for videos to render. Something along those lines. So the $5,000, I ordered this PC around this time last year. I got it in the beginning of February. Because I always have so much shit going on and I just need a time saver, it helps me so much. And I can work on the thumbnail while it's rendering, which I wasn't able to do on my old computer. So that's why. That's why. And I'll always say, you know what I mean? I'd rather upgrade my equipment and just improve my, like work process on the channel than, work with lower level equipment and, take me a little bit more time. I'd rather be much faster. I don't want the quality to suffer because I don't have the best computer or whatever. And I had a nice laptop. My laptop I spent $2,300 on, but it just wasn't cutting it. It just wasn't cutting it at all. It'll be nice if I ever travel and I want to make videos, I can use my laptop because it does have a pretty good graphics card for a laptop. But in terms of saving time, this PC just blows through renders quick as hell. Wait, I thought you had to buy membership to watch videos. Yeah, you do. Joey, who's your favorite MMA YouTuber? I really don't have a favorite MMA YouTuber. The MMA YouTubers that I like are MMA experts and Lucas Tracy. And, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I sit there and watch their content. I don't really watch their content. I'll occasionally pop into a live stream, but they've always been cool to me. They've always been respectful to me as far as I know. So, you know what I mean? I always fuck with people who try to be supportive and cool with other people and don't try to be dickheads for no reason online like they're some type of tough guy, when in reality they would get curb stomped in real life. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. I support them. They support me. They watch the channel a little bit. They pop into the streams. So, that's it. Sup, Mixed Martial Arts, Joseph. What's up, Vincent? Shannon Ross and Parker Porter getting cut. UFC sad. Agreed. JJ got scammed. That he did. How was your day? My day has been amazing, actually. My day has been amazing. It's been real good. I took a solid nap with my dog earlier. I was dead asleep. I typically don't let my dog on the couch, but he does sometimes get up there and he's just so adorable. I can't kick him down. I was like laying down on my sofa earlier and I got a sectional. So my couch is massive. So I basically have my couch is like the size of 2 couches. And I was laying one direction and he jumped up and curled up on the other section. And then while I'm there napping, he just slowly creeped over and then he put his head on my pillow. It was adorable. It also helps your video editing software is very fast at rendering. Agreed. Did they say they replaced Neil versus Gary fight for $299? It got moved to $288. I don't know what they're going to replace $299 with. Holy shit, the UFC 300 video is going wild, boys. That might get 20K. That UFC 300 video may get 20K. I'm being dead serious. It's already at 2K. And it hasn't even been out for a full hour yet. That's sweet. Who's your favorite MMA YouTuber? Me, bitch. I run this shit. Yeah. I'm my favorite MMA YouTuber. Now, that just sounds like self-absorbed and like... I honestly, I couldn't even grade myself in terms of an MMA YouTuber because I'm biased. So I in a way, when I don't watch my videos, but I watch them while I'm editing them. And I'm like, damn. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like I under-deliver. I feel like it could be so much better. Sometimes I'm stumbling over my words, like Colby Covington style. Sometimes I say too much or too much. And I feel like I could have better graphics, but that just takes a lot of time that I don't have. And there's so many video ideas that I have that I don't get to make. So, it is what it is. I don't consider myself that great. But thank you for the support, Jack. Even though you don't even bother showing up for the streams. I fell to my knees and let out a cry of agony when I learned Parker Porter was cut. Yeah. I punched a couple holes in my drywall. And was screaming at the top of my lungs. Then I dropped to my knees and I said, why? And then I looked exactly like the Arthur fistballing meme. Congrats on reaching 14K. Thank you. Thank you. Joey, how would it be MMA be impacted if Leon realized Colby was still talking about his dad and threw away his whole career and murked him? I don't know. I'd hope he'd get off. I'd go to his court case and I'd advocate as a character witness. I'd go and be a legal aid for Leon Edwards' defense. To be honest, if he wants to do that, he can just hit me up. I know somebody that can do that for him. Say goodbye to Jones, Parker Porter too. Yeah, I know. The cleanness of your camera quality makes up for 1970s graphics that you could get, to be honest. That is true. I don't really need graphics that much. Joe, do you watch your own videos to improve the channel with communicating more effectively? I watch them when I edit them for the most part. for when I edit them. I don't really sit there and watch them ever. It's just painful for me. I've already lived it. So how can I watch it? When I edit it, I put pictures in. Just open my Roth IRA on Robinhood. You opened a Roth IRA with Robinhood? I didn't know they offered Roth IRAs with Robinhood. But also, Marcellus, open a high-yield savings account. Open it. Google high-yield savings account. Find a reputable one that has a good rate and open that and maybe put like $5-10 in there. Or if you have any money that you need access to, but you have like a lump sum, let's say you got $20,000, $10,000, $5,000 sitting in the bank that you may or may not need, drop it in a high-yield savings account. You can easily get access to it. But it also gains interest, and interest rates are really high right now. So you can, if you have your money in a regular savings account or just a checking account, you're essentially losing money because you could be getting 5% APY for free with no restrictions. Your money isn't locked in there at all. Overlap, thank you for the $4.99. This is Overlap. Will we see the People's Elbow by Bo Nickel on Cody Brundage or not? I have it at plus 900 odds. I would have it more closer to plus 150. Cody Brundage is only safe because we allow him to be safe. Because we allow him to be safe, basically. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Damn. I have a buddy who's a casual, and supposedly he even watched a UFC 300 video. That's almost, dude, it's creeping up to 3,000 views in 1 hour. Damn, Dana really announced at the perfect time. Nobody else is putting out a video. But thank you, Overlap, for the $4.99, man. I appreciate your support of independent MMA media. Thank you, Jack. I love you. Okay. Oh, he's the people's champ. What do you think about Mighty Mouse YouTube video quality? I think it's better than many fighters that have a YouTube channel. I've never seen it, to be quite honest. I've never seen it. So I couldn't tell you. When I'm really picky about picture quality and audio quality, mainly picture quality. And that's why I just spent like a good amount of money. Anybody can have this set up. It's just going to cost you about bare minimum like $1,600, depending on what prices are now. Free Quan 5'9". Yeah, I'll free him. Ban everyone? Okay. I'm here because Rigo made fun of you, but I liked your presentation. Okay. Rigo made fun of me, apparently. Or Rigo, whatever it is. You guys were telling me last time it was Rigo or something. Pavlovich versus Gon should be on 300. I like that. I don't want to see Gon versus Aspinall. I don't want to see Gon versus Aspinall. Gon ducked him. Gon completely ducked him. I don't like it at all. I'm not a big fan at all, boys. So, what's your day job, Joey? I am a multi-million-dollar real estate agent. That's what I am. Okay. I can't lie. It's mad nice watching your videos because of the quality. It's a big part of why I like your videos. Do you watch a lot of the 4K hap or just the regular 1080p HD? Because when I want to get a video out fast, I just do it in HD since most people don't watch it in 4K anyway. Overlap. Thank you for the $9.99. This is Overlap. Another question. Did Colby really break his foot? Yes or no? And will you do a video on it? I already did a video on what he said, Overlap. I posted that video earlier today. You might have missed it. I didn't discuss whether or not I thought he broke his foot. I just discussed that he's making excuses. I would say he probably did. He said he broke it in the first minute. I did not find him throwing a single kick to the forearms of Leon in the first minute. But about a minute and 5 seconds in, he did throw one that hit the forearm. But I didn't watch it in slow-mo. Who does in here watch it in 4K? I'm not sure because there's a 2160 HP option, Joey. I just have a regular TV that I watch you on. Then if you don't have a 4K TV, you can't watch me in 4K. But if you do, it's fucking crazy. You see me in more realistic than you would if you saw me in real life. So. But yeah, if Colby gives me more content to do a video on, I may do it. I don't know. I don't like playing into his game. He wants to stay relevant. People talking about it makes him relevant. But thank you, Overlap, for the $10. I wasn't sure it was you, so thank God you put in the message that this is Overlap. What kind of real estate agent? I like the fantasy kind. Okay, yeah. I'm that kind of real estate agent, yeah. Okay. I watch in 4K to admire your hairline. Thank you, my friend. Watching in 4K is too much pleasure. Yeah, it is. I definitely wouldn't advise watching in 4K around your girl because then she's going to want to leave you. She's going to see this luscious beard. You know, sometimes I've like popped on a 4K video on my TV downstairs because I got an OLED there. The picture quality is crazy. I've popped on a 4K video of mine and I've just got out of the shower and I could see my beard literally glistening in the video. There's a couple videos like that where you can see it literally glistening in the video. The vids are pretty much a pod for me. What do you mean by that? Watching in 4K is too much pleasure. Olives versus Armin for 300 would be sweet. I agree. Yuri or Rockage, Joey, Cater, Sterling. I made a video. I'm going Rockage and Cater. Easy win for Cater, by the way. I think it's an easy win for Cater. Does anyone even think Aljo versus Cater is competitive? I don't. Oh, you just think of the videos as a podcast? So you just listen is what you're saying. You'd rather just listen than see, I hate when I say You know what's funny? Because I'm really so when I first started the channel, I used to say and a lot. I still do say it now. But I like really hate when I say it. Like when I say it, I get angry with myself that I said it. So now when I'm talking to my fiance or something and she says or I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stop. Don't say that shit. It pisses me off just to hear it. So every time I hear it internally, I'm like hating myself for it. So I've tried to stop saying it. I've gotten a lot better at not saying, because why not just pause for a thought? You know, if I'm going to say it, then pause and just silence instead of saying 60-40, 55-45 Sterling. I don't know. How's Sterling going to beat him? Sterling's going to take him down and out-grapple him. Joe's my favorite MMA channel, but he timed me out yesterday. Well, tough love, buddy. Tough love. Bro right hooks his fiance every time she says, That literally happened early tonight. Not the right hook. But I'm like, you got to stop saying, I literally just cut her off mid-story. And like, you got to stop saying, It's driving me nuts. And if she doesn't stop saying that, I'm breaking it off. I can't listen to that shit. It drives me nuts, and it's going to encourage me to say it. What's 4K exactly? It's resolution. No, the streams are only in 1080p. You'll notice an extra option for resolution on the other videos. I don't remember which ones are in 4K though, because I don't do them all in 4K if I'm looking for time. I think Who Should Be Cut. No, Who Should Be Cut's not in 4K. Sometimes I try to get them out quicker, and so therefore I'm not doing 4K. So the last 4K video I did was the Strickland Duplessis video. It's in 4K. So, Derek, thank you for the $20 dono. Congrats on 14K. I think I joined in when you were around 5K. See you at the top. Joey's throat matters. Hashtag Joey throats matter. Dude, my throat actually still hurts. I don't know if you noticed a little cracking in the earlier videos. But appreciate the $20 dono, man, Derek. Long-time supporter, Derek. Love the profile pic. I'm glad that I can pleasure you for a $20 bill. And I appreciate you, Derek. And thank you, Derek, for really caring about my throat. You really are worried about the well-being of my throat. That's what I like in a subscriber. A man who deeply cares. My fiance was telling me earlier, she was like, you might need to stop making videos for a day or two because my voice was cracking earlier. She's like, your voice is still fucked up. And I said, no. I gotta get on and let the boys abuse my throat. I'm trying to get to 15K before the end of the year. Well, I was trying to get to 14K actually. So thank you for the $20, Derek, and look forward to many more years of MMA related content. Dude said, see you at the top. 2024 and Chandler still don't got to fight. I know. We got GTA. We got GTA 6 before Chandler got to fight. I really should make another video about that. I've been calling that the whole time. Joe, where do you find the time with the wife? Seems like you're on here more. I wish I could bring her on here right now and be like, how much time do you see me? And she's like, you're always in your office. So basically the time that we spend together is when I'm editing videos or editing a thumbnail or editing side-by-sides, and I have an ottoman underneath my desk, I'll pull it out and she'll just sit next to me here and talk to me while I'm like either coming up with videos or, you know, if I need bullet points for my videos, like for the press conference videos, I need bullet points for them because I don't remember everything. I got to make a list. Or some videos I need bullet points, or I'm working on thumbnails, or I'm working on side-by-sides. She'll sit next to me on the ottoman while I'm preparing for the video, basically. Or I'll just go in the other room at like 3 a.m. and wake her up and be like, all right, I'm back. 15K by the end of the year, that'd be awesome. Does your wife care for MMA? She watches every single card. So every time I'm on here streaming, so we became fans at the same time. We've been fans the same amount of time. And I watched pretty much every, I mean, I don't remember a time that I didn't watch one with her. I watched every single card with her up until I started the channel. And now she sits downstairs by herself, well, with my dog, and she watches the card and she also watches my stream. So what's crazy is since I started the channel, she's become less of a hardcore fan. A little bit less of the hardcore fan because we spend less time talking about it. I don't know. And plus, like, she's listening to my streams 24/7. Unless it's super late, she's listening to my stream. Like right now, she's sleeping. But yeah, she watches most of this stuff, but just a little bit less. She was never as hardcore as I am, but she watches every single fight. She knows 90% of the fighters, 99% of the fighters probably. But she doesn't have like the crazy passion that I have for the sport. But we've been watching since UFC 114. UFC 114. I wish I could get her on here. I told her I would help me pick up subs easy. It'd be easy work. But she's like, no, absolutely not. So all the events that I've been to 3 events. We've gone together to all 3 events. She's been with me. And for 2020 and 2019, I tracked all championship picks between me, her, and 2 of my other friends who were kind of not hardcores, but just on the fringe of maybe close to being a hardcore. Both years, 2019 and 2020, she was first place, which is crazy. I think it's because she wasn't picking as much with emotion as I was. But I've stopped that, really. Since I started the channel, I don't care as much anymore about the fighters in general. Joey trying to get her on for the UFC 300 watch along. She's just not. It's just not going to happen. She says there's too many people, weirdos online. She doesn't want people to know who she is or what she looks like or anything. But yeah, I wish I could get her to start her own YouTube channel and I just record my own video and then I convert it to text and then just have her read off the video. I bet she'd get 100K subs by the 6 months in, just because she's a woman. Imagine a woman that has the same knowledge that I have talking about fights. All 14 of us are third wheeling hard time. Or all of us are third wheeling, Joe. Yeah, basically, yeah. Joe's using his wife as a media vehicle. Yeah, I would if I could. How would Conor Colby press conference play out? They'd probably just suck each other off the whole time. Oh, yeah, I respect you so much. Your trash talk is so amazing. Oh, yeah. That's basically it. That's the gist of it. All right, boys. We're picking up views for UFC 300 video. My man's whole reason I even like MMA, he's like how much of a hardcore fan I've become. That's awesome. That's awesome. Joey, how much of non-subscribers watch your video? I think it's like 60%. I don't know exactly. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where it's at. But it's a decent amount. Or bare minimum at one point it was like 50-50, so somewhere around there. Putting the house on Cody Brundage. Boy's going to be homeless. By the way, guys, do me a favor. Like the stream. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I would love to get to 15K before the end of the year, but that's 1,000 subscribers in a week. But it's always possible. Nothing's impossible in my opinion. So I thought maybe I could get to 14K, and I'm here 10 days early. So, does Rockets get it done against Yair? Yes. Yair versus Brian Ortega, stupid. They done it already. Yeah, I think Yair wins again. I think he wins again. I see what he's talking about. I was trying to figure out what I was just reading. Algiers on the main card? I don't know. I don't know if they're on the main cards or prelims or what. Joey's the only good MMA content creator. I don't know if you actually mean that. Because I think you just like to troll. Apparently you troll every channel. You probably tell every channel this. You're just trying to butter them up. You're just trying to butter up every channel. So you can be like, oh yeah, you're the best. You're the best. Isn't 50-50 split subs versus non-subs really good? I know gaming channels is like 90-10. I don't know. It could be me. It could mean you're not appealing to new viewers. What it really could mean. I don't know. How much do I have to donate to get a solid vid on my real shit? On my real questions? What's your question? It depends what your question is. Imagine Brundage beat Nickel, then lost to Jamie Pickett. Dude, if Brundage beats Nickel, I want Nickel cut. He's going to be on the cuts video immediately. But, I mean, that's an easy win for Bo Nickel. That's an easy win for Bo Nickel, to be quite honest. I don't know anyone that doesn't think that's an easy win. I mean, imagine not thinking that's an easy win. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You're unironically the most entertaining. What do you mean unironically most entertaining? What do you mean by that specifically? How much of a dono for you to take your shirt off and throw it back? I don't know. Try to hit me with one. I'll let you know. I want whatever Miles is smoking. Yeah. Would you do a Q&A video ever? Is this not a Q&A video? I mean, is this not a Q&A live stream? What does that mean? $4? No, absolutely not. One day when we get like a crazy like upset finish, I'm just gonna Hulk Hogan rip off my shirt, just so that'll probably end up like at least 500,000 views, right? Like imagine Bo Nickel became the champion, and then Brundage got a title shot on a 4-fight losing streak because of a late notice replacement, and then Brundage just chinned him. Then that's the one. You know what I mean? It would have to be a crazy one. I literally laughed out loud here in Brundage versus Nickel. Me too, dude. I laughed pretty hard. I thought that was pretty funny. Dude said, we're going to book Bo Nickel. I said, dude, he isn't even fighting a grocery store cashier. He's fighting the janitor at the grocery store. No one out of the top 5 gets a title shot, buddy. Ask Dan Henderson about that bitch. Ask Chael Sonnen about that bitch. So, go suck a fat one. Joe, if you ever threw it back, I'm going to go up to Jamal Hill and say, I don't care if you allow me to be safe. Okay. Cody Brundage could actually chin Bo? No. Non-stop stream as long as you're maintaining 30 an hour in donations. Oh, okay. Now he's fighting the guy asking for change outside the grocery store? Yeah. That's the truth, bro. That is the truth. 13, Dan Henderson. Grasso was ranked 6. Yeah, that dude doesn't know. Casual exposed. We got a casual that was exposed. Dude, Brundage is going to get decimated. I started throwing out wrestling moves. that Bo Nickel could do. I think I even said the tombstone. I said the rock bottom. I said the people's elbow. Guru stole your video about Dana being hypocritical towards Belal in favor of Colby. Hey, man, everyone covers the same topic. I'm not going to cry about people doing similar videos as me, especially something like that. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I've joked about it in the past, like, oh, yeah, they stole my video, and people take it out of context and say, oh, Joey said this, Joey said that. It is what it is. You know, I'm sure there's people that get inspiration for videos from other channels. I'm not saying that even happened because that's not a bad video idea. But, I think I have some of the most original video ideas in the MMA landscape, you know, but we all cover the same shit, so it is what it is. Joe, what's a TV series similar to Breaking Bad that I should watch? I don't know about similar to Breaking Bad, but go watch The Leftovers on HBO. It's 3 seasons. It's the best show ever. How much do I have to donate for you to make a full video on Belal? What do you mean a full? I've already kind of done that. What video do you want on Belal? I'm going to make a video probably about Leon Edwards being hypocritical about Belal. But I've already made like 2 videos recently about Belal and Dana White being a hypocrite. So, I mean, think of all these videos I pumped out in the last couple days. Look, UFC 300, Colby making excuses and humiliating himself. UFC 299, Cuts video. Duplessis has mentally broken Sean Strickland. Dana White exposed for clear bias against Belal Muhammad. Colby Covington's completely delusional. Top 3 takeaways. Post-fight. Dricus Duplessis exposes Sean Strickland for hypocrisy. Yeah, I mean, tell me what you're thinking, my friend. House of Cards, Mad Men is a good series. Never seen it. Do you ever want to interview fighters that would definitely blow up your channel? Dude, it doesn't really help blow up the channel, to be honest. I don't think. Most fighters are kind of boring, so unless you get a big name, it doesn't really help that much. But yes, I will do it occasionally if the opportunity presents itself. If the opportunity presents itself, then I will do it. I think your best video channel was the Campbell-Nowitzki breakdown. Thank you, my friend. I wish I would have done it like the talk over type thing rather than the clips. It would have saved me some time, and I think it might have been a better watching experience too. I kind of like doing that. I just don't want to let it sacrifice video quality, but it's not that bad. But yeah, that's a banger video, man. The Wire's the best show ever. The Leftovers is the best show ever. Leftovers, HBO The Leftovers. So, yeah. The Wire. I haven't seen The Wire, but I need to. Strickland was 7. I was joking. Strickland got it. He was ranked 7. He's a video thief. Okay. Okay, I read most of that. I thought I might have missed something. Bo Nickal's the most spoon-fed UFC fighter ever. It's crazy. I hope he gets chin, but definitely won't. Dude, Cody Brundage will get chinned by a tumbleweed. If a tumbleweed blows the wrong way, I think Cody Brundage gets brutally KO'd. Gets brutally KO'd. But it's crazy that it's 1 a.m., boys. It's crazy that it's 1 a.m. already. Damn. Where did the time go? Snowfall is all I'm going to say. Watch it. All right? Remind me. Imagine saying The Wire's ass. Did somebody say that? Yes, somebody did say that. Islam Belal, Hamzat, Ankalaev, Shavkat cannot fight on 300 because of Ramadan. I know. I know that. They might try to offer Belal the UFC 300 fight. I used to watch a lot more shows, but I haven't been able to because I've been too busy making videos. I've been too busy putting on a show for you boys. I've been too busy putting on a show for you. Steven Seagal, A-tier actor. Thank you for the $2. I hope Kron Gracie stays warm this Christmas. Yeah, if he's too cold outside on a bench, he can just drag his ass against the concrete. My dad just said to me, as you're on my PC, you ever get tired of watching that fat guy? I just fought my dad like Cater versus Holloway. Tell your dad he can suck me, all right? Fuck him. If your dad's throwing out insults, you ever get tired of watching that fat guy? Hey, Jack, tell your dad if this fat guy wanted to hold him down and do whatever he wanted to him, he could, all right? So tell him watch his fucking mouth before he gets spanked. Let me stop. If I ever run into your dad, Jack, he's getting his ass whooped. Curb stomped immediately. Luckily, I already know. Let me stop. Yeah, I'm going to whoop Jack's dad's ass. Dude, say you ever get tired of watching that fat guy? I'm done. That's wild. That's wild. Jack's dad's just throwing out insults. Damn, Jack. You know what? I'm going to have to do something about this. I got to take matters into my own hands here, okay? I got to take matters into my own hands, Jack. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm deeply sorry, Jack. Your dad can't... Listen, as we know from Colby Covington, you have to hold the sons accountable for the father's actions, okay? You have to hold the sons accountable for their father's actions, Jack. Bro, you got to send me a picture of your dad with a black eye if you want that wrench back, bro. Oh, I'm done, Jack. I need your dad to have a black eye. All right? I need your dad to get a black eye, all right? I can't have him throwing out insults like that, dude. To just an innocent stranger that he doesn't even watch. Go complain to your dad that you lost your wrench now. I'm naked. Look, hey, look, Jack doesn't even have a green name. Let's forget about Jack in chat. How much do I know for you to make a vid about you flying out for an MMA match against Jack's dad? I should just fly out to Jack's house and sucker punch his dad as he's going to work. Dude, that's funny. That's funny. Can we get a little taps? Can we get some taps for Jack losing his wrench? I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry, Jack. Your dad's out there. Your dad's out there just recklessly insulting people online. I can't take that from one of my mods. I don't know what your dad's liable to do. He's liable to get into your PC and start banning people. All right? All right? And tell him he raised a pussy, too. I think Jack's legitimately pissed. I would tell my dad what you said, but he'd probably get mad. Yeah, Jack. You know what's funny, Jack? Never mind. Let me stop. I forgot. You're like 17. How old are you, Jack? How old are you? Tell your dad the second you turn 18. Never mind. I was going to say I'm going to send you something, but never mind. Dude said he's 16. Listen, it'd be a real shame if somebody, wherever Jack lives, got him hooked on black tar heroin. It'd be a real shame. Someone got him hooked on black tar heroin, all right? I'll take his wrench, Joey. He doesn't deserve it. I'm done, dude. You're going to get him grounded, Joey? That's funny. That is funny. You know what? That's the ultimate payback for Jack's dad. Be a real shame if someone got him hooked on black tar heroin the second he's of age. But he said black tar heroin. Yeah, fuck it. I just figured I'd say it. Jack said, check Discord. Jack messaged me on Discord and said, Joey, seriously, give me back my wrench. I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done right now. Listen. It'd be a real shame. It'd be a real shame if somebody got Jack hooked on black tar heroin. It'd be a real shame. Send me the screenshot. Nah, dude. I'm not gonna out him like that. Let's just say. What you did to Jack is absolutely disgusting. What do you guys think? Should I give Jack his wrench back? Yes or no in the chat. Should I give Jack his wrench back? Should I not hold him accountable to the sins of his father? Should I give him his wrench back? Dude said no. Hell no. Lil Seal said hell no. Hap said yes. Nah. No. Do a poll. He's 12. Should Jack get his wrench back? Yes or no? Jack messaged me again and said, please give me my wrench back. I'll kill my father in his sleep tonight. This is what he just messaged me. I just don't know if I should punish him for the sins of his father. All right, let's take a poll. Let's take the temperature of the room here. Let's take the temperature of the room, boys, and see what's going on here. A father's debt is his son. Thoughts on critics saying you're farming liberal and Muslim subs. Who's the critics? You got to give me some names. Who's the critics? That doesn't make any sense. I just speak my mind. You don't have to send it 18 times, bro. But let me know who's saying that. Who's the critics? I just speak my mind. So people can complain all they want. They're a bunch of pussies, and they're probably just pieces of shit. I'll take that wrench. Damn, Blaze is saying no, don't give him the wrench. Damn, Jack. Everyone's voting. I voted yes, but it's looking bleak. If you guys want Jack to get his wrench back, you got to vote yes. Let me know. Days, thank you for the $2. Timeout Jax for his father's sin and Neil Magny. Neil Magny style. Joey acting like Odin's taking away Thor's hammer. Yeah, that's basically it. Dude got 50. Oh, shit. It's popping back. I'm calling the fire department. Yeah, I was thinking about calling the fire department myself. Dude really messaged me. Said, give me my wrench back and I'll kill my dad in his sleep. Dude really just messaged me that on Discord. I'm fucking done, dude. Now I'm scared to give him his wrench back. Stop the count. Stop the fight. Damn, y'all really voted no. Y'all really voted no. I'm done. I don't know what to do here. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, Jack. I'm just stuck. Look, Jack, we'll do one thing, right? You send a message. And just one message. You can make it whatever you want, but you got to talk a little shit about your dad. It can be very vague. It doesn't have to be specific at all. And I'll give you your wrench back. All right, you got to get him back in the chat for me. Anyway, we'll wait for that. But who's saying I'm farming? What was it? I'm farming. I don't even know what he said. It was farming something about Muslims or something. They can think whatever they want. As long as they watch the content, they can think whatever they want. I'll speak my mind. I'm not scared of a fucking soul. I don't care if you're some weirdo who hate people based on their religion. I don't care if you're some weirdo who hates people based on the color of their skin. I don't care if you're some weirdo who hates people or plays the victim based on your political beliefs. And, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not scared of anyone. I do this for fun. Do I want to make money? Yes. Do I make money? Yes. I don't give a fuck. I'm not being held hostage by subscribers or viewers. It's truly independence here. True freedom. I just told my dad this fat guy on my computer would whoop your goddamn ass. All right, Jack. I'll give you it back. I'll give you it back, my friend. I'll hand it back to you for that one. But you have to pay at least a somewhat of a cost. So when you come back, you'll have your wrench. When you come back, you'll have your wrench, Jack. Joey has a double wide trailer. It's very nice. Yeah, that's only where I take your mother. I actually own a nice house. Matthew Thompson, the nice house that I own, you would never be able to afford in your entire life. All right. Damn chat's praying on Jack's downfall. Yeah. They are. They really are, bro. They're really like, you know what? 2 hours is crazy. I'm done. You won't end the stream right now? We own you. I can end the stream whenever I please. Just came home to some fresh baked cookies. What's Jack's mom over? Jack's a dead body now. I had to take it out on Jack. But to be honest, I shouldn't have took it out on Jack. Dude snitched on his dad. I should have appreciated him for it. He snitched on his dad. He's more loyal to the channel than his dad. So, talk MMA. We are. Ask the MMA question, you bitch. Do you smoke weed? No. I've never smoked in my entire life, and I've never drank in my entire life. Jack is the people's champ. What is this one? Oh. I'm done, dude. That's funny. Dude went back and found that. What do you pop on New Year's? I don't pop nothing on New Year's. I just blow out your mom's back. Hey, Joey, how do you feel about Tony not retiring? Disgusted. Absolutely, positively disgusted. I think it's despicable. I think it's embarrassing. And I'm not a big fan at all. It's sad. It's embarrassing. It's disappointing. And to use Tony as a media vehicle, yeah. Anytime someone says dead body in regards to MMA, I think of Reyes laying on the mat out cold. I do too. You know what's funny? I feel like I started the trend of people calling fighters dead bodies. I feel like I can take credit for that trend, can't I? Or am I being delusional? I feel like I started that trend. Or that. I feel like I've given the MMA community that in their vernacular. Lose your fiance or work under the management of Joshua Fabia regarding your YouTube channel for the rest of your life. I'd lose my fiance in a heartbeat rather than work under Joshua Fabia. I can find a new fiance. I can't work with Joshua Fabia the rest of my life. Do you think you beat up Jack's dad? No joke. I'd whoop Jack's dad bad, dude. You definitely started the witness protection thing. Oh, I know I started the witness protection thing. Nobody's taking that from me. I single-handedly brought Creed back to life, too. I'll take full responsibility for bringing Creed back as well. I want to take this chance to apologize to absolutely no one. With Double Champ does what the fuck he wants. Dude spelled absolutely wrong and apologized wrong. At what point do we stop feeling bad for Tony and start calling him a clown? Right about now. But I feel bad for him, dude. He's not mentally all there. He's like Sean Strickland. He's a little bit brain dead. So, it's just one of those things where I don't know. I don't know what's going on, boys. Joe, your mom's a fun card. Has anyone seen Lawn Care lately? I think he was here earlier. I don't remember. Dude said work under Joshua Fabia. Word on the street is Joshua Fabia is hanging outside the UFC Apex trying to find his next protege. Tony used to be like Shavkat of the lightweight division. Such a shame to see his career fall. Did you watch my recent video? I literally said that. I can't lie. I was laughing when Goggins was angry, screaming like, bro, you're a Navy SEAL. What are you going to tell? I know, dude. I was talking about that in my Cuts video. Retire, Tony. Stay hard, Tony. Stay hard. Retire, please. Retire, please. You're brain dead. Yeah, I did. Yeah, basically that's what Tony was at one point. He was the boogeyman of the division. Nobody wanted to fight him. Every time he fought someone, they looked like a train wreck by the time they left. I hope UFC offers Tony a good paying job that doesn't include fighting. Yeah, I hope Dana doesn't try to bring him over to Power Slap. That would be devastating if he tried to bring him over to Power Slap. I mean, that would be straight up horrific. Straight up horrific. I would not support that whatsoever. Whatsoever. Joe, what were the vibes like with Kid Rock? They were good vibes. Why does Sean Strickland always wear keychain shit? I don't know. I never noticed what you're talking about. What is it, like the little chain on your pants or something? Goggins was yelling in the head to confirm kill. Okay. Tony's going to make a living off getting his brain tested. Yeah, Tony, I'm telling you, I think Tony's headed for a tragic ending. And I don't even want to say that out loud because it hurts to even say. It hurts to even say, boys. But that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. I'm worried of a Chris Benoit-esque ending. That's what I'm truly worried about. By the way, guys, like the stream. And subscribe. And I would greatly appreciate it. I rewatched the press conference with Tony, Habib, Holloway, and Edgar. It was so disgusting to see Dana skirt the line between stripping Conor of the title. I know. Tony should have been undisputed champion at that point in time. I made a whole entire video of the rise and fall of Tony Ferguson. I swear people be sycophants about the craziest things just to clutch their pearls when people disagree. I agree 100%. People just blindly worship people for whatever reason. So I don't know. It's just annoying. But I see it all the time. Ortega pulls out and keeps ranking another year. Dude, Ortega pulls out. I want him out of the rankings. Be honest, if Tony hired Joshua Fabia, would you actually be surprised? No, I'm expecting that. Jack is going down a T-Ferg path with his recent inactivity in the chat. That is true. But it's not inactivity. So it's not really true because there's not really inactivity because Tony's actually fighting. Tony's actually showing up. Jack's just sitting on the sidelines, talking all that shit. Tony's the reason why I say interim belt should remain gold. I refuse to not remember him as an undisputed UFC champion. He was an undisputed UFC champion, in my opinion. He was. And it actually really upsets me that he wasn't. All because Conor gets to stay the champ for like 2 fucking years. All because Conor gets to stay the champ and not be stripped, even though eventually he got stripped anyway. Do you know what Tony would have done to Patty 3-4 years ago? You know what Tony would have done to Patty? He would have fucked him up bad. He would have beat his ass. So, it's just sad, man. It's just sad and disappointing, to be honest. Joey, if Dricus pulled out, who do you think they would step up against Sean? I have no idea. That's a great question. Joey, can you ask about Ruzaboyev's coach to come to my New Year's Eve party? Yeah, I will. I was rewatching Tony Cowboy yesterday. No matter how much skill or training he does, it won't help because he lost his physicality. I know. He always relied on his volume and stamina. And it doesn't matter because even in his prime, he wasn't that. He was good, but it was just breaking dudes. He can't do that anymore. His style is not conducive for long-term success. So that's life in the fast lane. That's life in the fast lane. It happens. Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is truly undefeated. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Conor versus Leon is the fight to make. Shut the fuck up, Andy. Shut up. I know Michael Chandler right now is listening to, I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking, maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. That's Michael Chandler right now, though, Andy. Just so you know, Michael Chandler's not getting that Conor fight. I'm telling you right now, he's not. And I've been calling it. I've been calling it. I need to change my channel name to the MMA Psychic. Not only volume and stamina, but he was an athlete before. He's not anymore. He's just basically an old man who runs triathlons. That's all he is now. Chandler is such a glazer. I'm so happy he doesn't get what he wants for glazing. Dude, think about how embarrassing that is. He ate Conor's ass for what, 3 years? He's been sucking on Conor's asshole since the beginning of he came into the UFC. And he's not going to get the fight after all that dick riding, all that ass eating. As soon as he got into the UFC, he said, Conor, where I come from, that constitutes an ass eating. And dude's been eating his ass all his entire UFC campaign. And Chandler's not getting that fight. I've been saying that since the jump. And that's the gist I'm getting from recent events. And that's what I've been doubling down on for months. But we'll see. Maybe I'm going to be proven wrong and then I'm hyping myself up for nothing. Conor should look to fight Jim Miller. That's a more competitive fight. I'm telling you guys, all the breadcrumbs have been leading to since the beginning. This fight's not happening. It got announced a year ago. And it makes no sense for the UFC to book Chandler versus Conor. It makes no sense. Will Costa pull out again due to a broken toenail? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Would Tony on steroids make him win, though? I don't think so. I think he's just done. His body's been through the ringer, man. And he's just done. He's just truly done. And it's just very, very, very unfortunate. And it breaks my little heart. But there's nothing we can do right now. There's truly nothing we can do. We got to let him go. He's a rotting corpse. Tony Ferguson's a rotting corpse, boys. And there's nothing we can do to save him. Which is truly heartbreaking. Truly heartbreaking. Because there's nothing we can do. The scavengers are circling his body, picking his bones. If you started to stream every day at 12 your time, I'd be early every night. Okay. I'll keep that in mind, Jack. I'll keep that in mind. I wish Tony got the Conor fight after the Dariush loss. That would have been a perfect fight for both. Tony could finally fight the dude who ruined his career. I know. It wouldn't shock me. Imagine they book... Would you guys literally throw up if they booked Conor McGregor, Tony Ferguson for the main event of UFC 300? Would you throw up? Because I would. Man, Prime Tony was literally one of the most formidable people you could have in front of you. He was literally actually scary. I know. Watching the Tony interview to the lead up to the fights on his loss streak genuinely gets me teary-eyed. It's sad, dude. Somebody needs to save him from himself. I would never watch the sport again, especially if they book it now. Imagine they book it now. I'd actually throw up from laughing. Oh, my God. The only saving grace would be the fact that Chandler would be pissed. I'd have to go Conor, dude. I'd have to go. I'd pick Cody Brundage over Tony if they were the same size. I wouldn't buy that pay-per-view, though. I'm telling you right now, flat out, I wouldn't buy it. I'd skip that pay-per-view. I'd skip it. It should have happened a while ago. Before the Bobby Green loss, before the Paddy Pimblett loss, maybe after the Nate Diaz loss, I still wouldn't have minded it. So, Tony Ngannou's the fight to make. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Carlos Ulberg is a fight against Reyes I've seen. Yeah, dude, that's a horrible fight. I picked Madsen over Tony. Did you see Paddy trying to hype up Tony? Like, I think he'd beat Madsen. I'd pick Tony. At this point, I mean, I'm trying to think. Who would I pick to beat Tony? I don't know anyone that I would pick to not beat Tony. I mean, who could Tony beat? I wouldn't pick anyone for Tony to beat. I literally think if Stephen Hawking was still alive, I would favor him over Tony Ferguson. You know, even the last year of his life. After Dariush lost was the perfect time, yeah. Tony versus Guida and the boys, Guida would ragdoll him. Guida would ragdoll him. At this point, we need to book Tony against somebody like Ryan Jimmo. Because they're both the same state at this point. I mean, that's crazy to say, but he's gone, man. He's not here anymore. He's not here anymore. Rakic negative 145 favorite against Yuri. I'm picking Rakic. Bro, that's cold. Dude, Tony's dead, man. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone, man. R.I.P. Ryan Jimmo. R.I.P. Tony Ferguson. That's the way I feel. It's sad, boys. Book Tony versus Tito at 205. Ryan Jimmo, bringing up Ryan Jimmo. Yeah, that is kind of fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. But you get my point, dude. Tony's gone, man. Tony's gone. He's not here anymore. Imagine that gets booked for 300. Tony posts a clip like him, my Matt, to Kevin Lee and says, caption one last ride. Tony's never going to retire. He's never, ever, 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 ever going to retire. And it makes me fucking sick. It makes me genuinely sick. I mean, what's he on, a 7-fight losing streak right now? It's despicable, boys. It's truly despicable. Brad Riddell would whoop Tony. Mark Madsen is old. Mark Madsen beats him. Don't talk about my boy Ryan or Slump City. I apologize, Blaze. Slump City. Slump City on site. I mean, at this point, Tony's best chance is against maybe Hasbulla. Book Tony versus Hasbulla. Book Jalen Turner versus Tony. Fuck you, Tiramisu. Imagine they book Tony Ferguson versus Benoit Saint Denis. I swear on my life, I'm going to jail. If they book that, I'm going to jail. I'm getting retribution for Tony. Tony's going to be headlining Gamebred FC in a few years. Hopefully not a few years. It's sad I can't even think of a lightweight Tony can beat. I know. Yeah, just book Tony versus Islam. You know they thought about making that fight a while ago when Islam needed an extra opponent? When someone pulled out? Not an extra opponent, but a replacement opponent? Yeah, I think Stephen Hawking would whoop his ass if he was still around. Tony Ferguson, Mike Jackson. Yeah, Tony might be able to beat Mike Jackson, which is sad. Might. Tony versus Brian Ortega. Tony versus Terrence McKinney. Imagine they booked Tony versus Gabriel Bonfim. Yeah, after RDA pulled out, but instead Dan Hooker got the fight, not Tony. Thank God for that. Nick Newell would beat the dog shit out of Tony. Nick Newell's actually decent. Tony versus Dana. I got Dana KO per to Grant Cardone. Yeah, Grant Cardone. Joe, what would this spine-tingling feeling be if you were checking Tony's account and see a tarantula emoji with UFC 300 next to it? I'd go and kidnap Tony and hold him hostage until after the fight was supposed to happen. Imagine Dana announces that Tony's moving over to Power Slap. Imagine they announce Tony's heading on over to Power Slap. That would be borderline horrific. That would be borderline horrific, would it not? Would it not be? I just don't know anymore, boys. I just don't know. Stephen Hawking has a mean ground game? Yeah. Run over his toes with a wheelchair. Tony versus Jack's dad? Yeah, that's an easy win for Tony. Imagine we see Perry versus Ferguson in BKFC. I'd be fucking heated. I would pick Jessica Andrade for Tony. Book Tony versus Renat? That's just wrong, bro. That's just straight up wrong. That's just fucked up. Tiramisu just thinking of the most fucked up matchups possible. No, not the only way to get rid of Tony is to book him in way over his head like BSD. Imagine they booked Tony versus Benoit Saint Denis and somehow Tony pulled off like a Darce choke or something. I would have loved if he would have got a Darce choke over Patty when he went for it, like in the third round, I think it was. Maybe third round. I don't remember at this point. That would have been a beauty. That would have been a sheer beauty. Tony versus Slap for Cash or Wolverine. Tony versus JDM. That's not funny. That's not funny, bro. All this Tony talk's got me a headache. I'm telling you, Tony's going to end up like Chris Benoit, and I don't fucking like it at all. Shut up, Blaze One. Tony versus Juliana Miller would be competitive. You can't tell me Connor wasn't holding his hands behind a tree seeing Tony get whooped by Patty. Yeah. If they book Connor versus Tony, I swear on my life I'm not watching that. I wouldn't watch it. I'd skip it altogether. Who you picking, JDM or Burns? I think I'm going JDM. I'm leaning Burns, but I think JDM may chin him. So I gotta think about it. If I saw Tony versus JDM, I would literally cry. Imagine Tony went up to welterweight and fought Shavkat right now. Imagine what Shavkat would do to him. You'd probably give him a Batista bomb. That would be straight up horrific. That'd be straight up horrific. Tony versus... Okay. We've just gone over Tony matchups for the last 20 minutes. It's just making me want to sucker punch Kevin. All right? It's just making me want to sucker punch Kevin again. As soon as he's not looking, just pluck him with a sucker punch. And then when he stands up, push him as hard as possible until he stumbles onto the ground. But he like stumbles for a while. Like he stumbles backward like 9 or 10 steps before he finally goes down. Colby with the fraud check of the year contender. That is true. Tony versus Shavkat. Tony versus Brendan Schaub. Yeah, they're both brain dead. Tony versus BJ Penn. Yeah, I feel like they would just double knock each other out. What would your reaction if Tony versus Jalen Turner? I just throw up repeatedly. Joey, who wins, Tony or crew at Blood and Sweat? The crew at Blood and Sweat would definitely win, I'm thinking. The crew at Blood and Sweat would definitely win. Which is very, 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 very unfortunate. Do you think Colby was showing the PBD pictures of Shavkat's foot on his? Probably. He's probably lying about an injury, dude. They're like, oh yeah, he's in a boot. You guys can't see it, but he's in a boot. I mean, talk about dick suckers. Talk about yes men. Those guys didn't know shit about MMA. They only had Colby on because of his political affiliations. Colby should be forced to promote Bud Light for losing again. I think the reason Tony is so bad is because of his lack of IQ through his career. His game plan every fight was to keep forward pressure. Now he has no power, speed, and he hasn't changed. I've talked about it plenty of times. Tony was never that skilled. He just always had relentless pressure and unbelievable cardio. And he just broke dudes. And once you lose your athleticism and your speed, it's just not a recipe for long-term success. I knew this was coming. I just thought Tony would maybe opt out before it ended up on a 7-fight losing streak. I wish they would have robbed Tony like they robbed Jarrett Gordon. I wish they would have robbed Patty like they robbed Jarrett Gordon. You're out of your mind if you think Tony was never skilled. You didn't listen to what I was saying. I was saying he was never that skilled. His striking was never amazing. His wrestling was never amazing. It was his cardio and his volume that made him a formidable foe. But that's not conducive for long-term success. The Jesse Water interviews was so cringe. Was that the Colby interview? The Colby Fox News interview, I think, right? Yeah, it was horrible, dude. It was awkward. They only had him on for like 2 minutes. The game just passed him by. Father Time is undefeated. We're getting closer to listening to Dom Reyes talk about how he almost beat Jones again. Tony was never a crazy skill fighter. He was a solid fighter who had unique and special cardio and conditioning. Exactly. His biggest asset was his durability. He would get his ass beat until his opponent gassed. Yeah. Lando Venata stepped in on short notice and almost finished Tony. Let that be known, boys. Let that be known. Lando Venata stepped in on short notice and almost finished Tony. So just remember that, boys. Just remember that. Was literally because the beating Gaethje gave me. I think it's a combination of him getting older plus the beating he took. Didn't know cocaine was cheap at Fox News. I don't know. Lando was killing him. I know. Lando came in on short notice still. I'll pay Bo Nickel anything to put Brundage into Boston Crab. If there's anyone that can do it, it's him. Yeah, he definitely can. If I was a multi-millionaire, like let's say if I had $100 million, I would call up Bo Nickel and be like, listen, I'll give you $1 million if you at least try to get the Boston Crab on Cody Brundage. You know, just incentivize him. If I was Tony, I'm talking him into one-on-one, making a fight with Cedric Dombay. Dude would get brutally KO'd. Never seen a fighter fall off like Tony. It's like his soul is gone from his body. It's been sad, man. It's been sad. Let me go back real quick. Let me go back and look at an old Tony fight real quick. Let me see what they got on ESPN Plus real quick. Tony looks so old against Nate. Damn, they got the Justin Gaethje fight here. Let's see what Tony looked like in the first round. All right, let's see what Tony looked like. This was a big fight. I picked Justin Gaethje in this fight, by the way. By finish, too. I knew Gaethje would beat him up. Damn, Tony already looks so much different from then. I mean, I know it's been 4 years. ESPN Plus sucks ass. It's already glitching. Tony's movement back then was so much different. It was so much faster and athletic. And he's just like moving, doing weird shit. ESPN's lagging already. This is unreal. Unreal. ESPN Plus sucks ass. He threw a teep. Gaethje was worried early. Oh my God, it's lagging again. This is unreal. Tony, people forget Tony hurt Gaethje at the end of the first round. I'm going to watch to that point. I'll flip back and forth between that and the chat. So, yeah, I'm watching it right now. I haven't watched this fight in a long time, I don't think. Teep kick and then left hand from Tony. Yeah, Tony won this first round. It's the only round he did win. Dude was turning backwards. Dude always does that shit. Turns his back. Gaethje was worried about him. But Tony was just always so weird and unorthodox. Leg kick. Left hand from Tony. But then once Gaethje started to get comfortable, man, he started to box Tony up. He said, you know what? This motherfucker's very hittable. This beating took Tony's soul, man. And I haven't even got to the beatdown yet. Haven't even got to the beatdown yet. Because Gaethje's still tentative early. He's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Throw sand, Tony. Weird uppercut from Tony that he misses. Good leg kick from Tony. Tony was much more measured in this first round than I remember. He's pumping the jab, misses. I think Gaethje's just waiting to kind of get a feel for Tony's movement. He lands a right hand. It's weird seeing this version of Tony compared to what Tony I just saw on Saturday, which was horrific. I'm popping back in the chat for a second. All the way to 2019, yeah. That's 2020. Dude, Gaethje threw a massive left hand that almost just took Tony's chin. Tony was landing against Gaethje, to be honest. Good leg kick from Gaethje. Like, damn, how crazy is that? Tony's having success in this first round against Gaethje. Head kick from Tony and then a left hand right afterwards. I wonder how much Tony failed as his training camp was shit. Because he's never had a real training camp. At least not for a while. He hasn't had a training camp for a while. Teep kick from Tony. When's the last time Tony's had a real training camp? Tony punched to the thigh. So I think that's affected him too. On top of getting old, I think he hasn't had a good training camp. Dude let his ACL heal with no he didn't even do any real therapy for it. He just did his own therapy. Yeah, Tony's winning this first round against Gaethje. Damn, the drop off has been unreal. The movement in this fight looks so much different than the way he's moving today. That's wild. Gaethje's firing back and Tony's getting out of the way. Think about that compared to Patty. You know what Gaethje would do to Patty? Gaethje would fuck Patty up bad. Even back then when Gaethje's only gotten better since this. I wonder if Tony could have finished him if there was more time on the clock. You think about that butterfly effect. Because Tony got the piss beat out of him. After I watch the end of this round, there's only a little bit left. I'm going to go watch the finish. I'm going to subject myself. Oh, there's a nice right hand from Gaethje. I like how we're just randomly reminiscing on Tony. I mean, think about it. Tony's barely ate any shots this round and chewed up the body of Gaethje. 30 seconds left, by the way. 30 seconds left, by the way. Left hand from Tony lands. Another jab from Tony. Tony's outstriking him in this round. Both land a left hook. Left hook from Justin Gaethje starts to feel a little bit more comfortable. Lands a leg kick. I think Gaethje was trying to steal the end of this round. Both throw body kicks simultaneously. What the fuck? Was it not the end of round one? No way. It wasn't the end of round one that he stung him? What round did he sting him on? I thought he stung him the end of round one. Was it the end of round two? No way I've been saying that's the round one for this whole time. I swear he dropped him with an uppercut the end of round two, the end of round one. It's round two? Now I fast forward to the end of round two. Must be the end of round two. Yeah, it was the end of round two. He hurt Gaethje end of round two. Gaethje looks like a dumb motherfucker. I'll tell you that much right now. He looks stupid as hell. Damn, by round three, I'm just fast forwarding. By round three, Tony's just got the shit beat out of him already. Gaethje started to find his timing. Tony started to slow down a little bit. Gaethje realized Tony's not that much of a threat. Damn, that's a weird memory. I swear it was the end of round one. It was the end of round two. I don't know how that memory can be so sure. Didn't you guys think it was the end of round one? Am I crazy or did anyone else think that too? I swore it was the end of round one. I'm going to round 5 now to subject myself to watching this finish. Dude, the beating that Tony took in this fight was just unreal. Dude was battered. He's turning his back. Gaethje shucked him at one point. Just bitched him. Dude, Tony was beat up, and he was still pressing forward, eating shots. I wish someone would have stopped this fight, man. I think this took years off Tony's career. It's crazy Tony's not even ranked. Hasn't been ranked for how long now? I'm trying to remember the shot that finished him. I don't even remember. It's been so long. I'm going to read the chat in a second. I think it's right around here. I'm in the last minute and a half. He lands a jab. So it was a jab that finished Tony? Damn. Yeah, Tony acted all weird after that jab. Tony was battered, man. It was a jab that fucked him up. And he was like, oh, and shaking his head off. That's a weird stoppage, but I respect the stoppage. Thank God for that. UFC 300 might be the Conor Chandler card. The Mandela effect. I swear it was round 1, bro. What's the line between prime Tony and washed up Tony? Because some people believe after the Justin fight and some people believe before the Justin fight. Prime Tony ended the night of the Justin Gaethje fight, but dead body Tony started after the Chandler KO. It started after the Chandler KO. The Chandler KO ended Tony's MMA career in general. It ended his career in general. Which it is what it is, man. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. It's sad. Worst losing streak in UFC history. At least let him break it then. I picked Tony to beat Chandler, and after the first round, I was confident I was right. I picked Tony to beat Chandler. Before the Chandler fight, I didn't even think Tony was washed up. I picked him to beat up Chandler. I picked Tony to lose to Gaethje. I picked him to lose to Oliveira. I picked him to beat Dariush, and I picked him to beat Chandler. I think I even picked him to beat Nate Diaz. But I should have never done that on short notice. Yeah, the way he fucked everyone up. Yeah, it's sad. Joey versus my dad for the main event. Yeah, I'd slam your dad on his head. Charles Oliveira completely blanked him every second of their fight after Gaethje. I know. I picked Oliveira. I was high on Oliveira at the time. I knew Oliveira was going to win that matchup. I knew he was going to win that matchup. So, you win some, you lose some, I guess. But Tony, that front kick ended Tony's life, man. I reported your last video for hate speech. I attempted to slow you down for views. Just for even saying that, sit in a 5-minute timeout, you bitch. Tony always had shit defense wrestling, and Charles knew that. Tony would get out-grappled, but that's why I always said even prime Tony would get destroyed by Khabib. It wasn't even a question. I always knew that, and even as a big Tony fan. It's crazy realizing where Tony is now. It really is. It really is. And watching that fight really broke my heart. It really, truly broke my heart, boys. It broke my heart. After watching Tony get finished by Gaethje, I'm 6 foot from the edge, and I'm thinking, maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. That's what I'm thinking, boys. Damn, it's nice seeing that 14K on the channel. I just clicked on my channel. It says 14K. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. We might hit 14.1K today. We might do it. We might do it. I remember hanging out with some UFC casuals and telling them how crazy Tony's fights are and what a war that's going to be, only for Charles to completely smother him for 15 minutes. I knew Oliveira was going to beat him up and out-grapple him. I knew it was going to happen, but yeah, I understand how you would think that. A lot of people were picking Tony going into that fight. Tony doing 2 weight cuts in the span of a few days, what initiated all this? I don't know about all that. Maybe it helped. But yeah, those weight cuts definitely weren't a help. Can we stop the Reyes fight next month? Because I'm afraid we might actually see the KO. We might see the first death and knockdown. Dom Reyes is a dead fucking body too. He's waiting to end up being a rotten corpse like Tony. Yeah, the new UFC 300 video has over 4,000 views now, by the way. It started to slow down a little bit, but it's picking up views for sure. So make sure you guys go watch the 300 video after this if you haven't watched it. Like it, comment on it, all that stuff. Boost it in the algorithm. I would really, really, really appreciate it. Gaethje would have beaten Tony at any point in his career. Bad style matchup. I agree. Unless Tony did try to wrestle. Even though I think Oldberg easily wins, I hope Reyes wins. That'd be hilarious. That would be fucking hilarious. But listen, boys, it's almost 2 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m. I have 2 videos out on the channel. We hit 14K. I did a stream for you guys. I got more videos coming tomorrow. I'll maybe do a stream tomorrow. And yeah. That's pretty much it, boys. So please, if you haven't, go watch my 2 videos I dropped on the channel earlier today. One I dropped 2. It's been 2 hours since I dropped that video. But it's killing the algorithm right now. It's killing it in the algorithm. Let's hopefully get my UFC 300 video to 10K. There it is right there. I also have another Colby video in case you missed it. Dude went on a podcast and said some really fucked up shit about Leon Edwards. Disgraceful shit. Here's that video if you want to check out that video instead. Do me a favor, like the stream before you go. Appreciate you guys for watching. And that's all she wrote, boys. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to go to bed. I actually got a headache right now. It came on like 30 minutes ago. Probably from talking about Tony and all the fucked up matchups. But yeah, if you're a new subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're an old subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're an OG subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're Jack's dad, you're a fucking bitch, and I'll curb stomp you if I ever run into you for the insult. Good night, goodbye, and I appreciate you guys.